Hi everyone, Dave here from Robot Personal Training, and today I want to talk about insulin resistance and how to reverse it. Insulin resistance is when your muscle, fat and liver cells don't respond as well as they should to insulin to take glucose from your blood. Your pancreas can make more insulin to compensate, but if the problem worsens and your pancreas can't correct the issue, blood glucose falls out of the healthy range and into pre-diabetes and then onto diabetes. Obviously, it would be in your best interest to treat the problem sooner rather than later. And it is important to know if you have these issues, go see your doctor. Make sure your problem is a lifestyle issue and not a genetic one, as that would probably require medical intervention. So if your insulin resistance has occurred due to excess weight gain over time, it's likely you also have a fatty liver, because the liver is usually the first organ that holds on to excess fat. How does this affect insulin? Well, in this case, insulin secretion isn't the problem. Your liver is producing extra LDLs, aka bad cholesterol, to deal with the excess triglycerides. When this happens, your overworked liver doesn't want to take on more glucose, so it becomes insulin resistant. So you end up with a vicious circle as your blood then has higher LDL and glucose markers. So your pancreas responds by releasing more insulin. Your liver responds by taking on even less glucose and pumping out more LDLs. This will continue until you end up with a serious health problem unless you do something about it. First and foremost, you need to cut your calorie intake so you're in a deficit and start losing weight. Studies show a total loss of 15% and up is effective, as this will help beta cell function. These cells are the ones that produce insulin and also will help reduce your fatty liver.
Before we continue, don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on the latest videos.
Secondly is to look at macronutrients, as it's still possible to have insulin resistance issues with an unhealthy diet without excess weight gain. A balanced diet is best. You may have heard gurus advocating no or low carb diets to fix insulin resistance, and although this initially works on its own, it won't help beta cell function or fatty liver. So as soon as you up carbs to normal, you'll be back to square one. Also watch your saturated fat intake, as this can be bad for a fatty liver if it's too high. Another neat diet trick is to make sure you eat your protein source first in each meal. This will not only reduce the risk of overeating carbs after, but acts as a first stage of insulin secretion, which means you will deal with carb intake better. One final diet trick is to have a high protein meal for breakfast. Again, eating the protein first. Interestingly, studies show due to incretin hormone response, GLP-1 and GIP, which are highest in the morning, not only will this lead to a lower insulin spike, but also leads to a suppression of fatty acids in the blood. So on your second meal, your skeletal muscle takes on more glucose, so actually reduces insulin spike for your lunch too. So to sum up, to reverse insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, most importantly, through diet and exercise, look to reduce your body weight by at least 15%. Eat a balanced diet with whole unprocessed foods and keep an eye on your saturated fat intake. Eat protein first for every meal. Have a high protein breakfast. And these tips, I'm sure, will help get your blood sugar back under control. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave feedback in the comments, and I'll see you soon.